The year 1692. A small village in Massachusetts called Salem became consumed by fear. It began quietly with whispers of strange afflictions and unusual behavior. Soon accusations flew like arrows in the night, aimed at those deemed different, those who lived on the fringes of society. These accusations were not about petty theft or disagreements amongst neighbors. They were far more insidious, far more terrifying. The people of Salem, you see, believed that the devil walked among them, disguised in human form. The trials that followed, fueled by superstition, fear, and a potent brew of social anxieties, would forever stain the pages of American history. Over 200 people were accused of witchcraft, their lives thrown into chaos, their reputations tarnished. 20 innocent souls lost their lives, hanged at the gallows on a hill overlooking the very community that condemned them. The Salem witch trials stand as a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked fear and the fragility of justice when reason is abandoned. They serve as a cautionary tale, a dark chapter in human history that continues to fascinate and horrify us centuries later. To truly understand the events that unfolded in Salem, we must first step back in time and delve into the minds of those who lived it. The 17th century was a time deeply steeped in religious fervor and a belief in the supernatural. The Puritan settlers of New England, deeply devout and clinging to their faith, saw the devil as a tangible threat, a cunning adversary who lurked in the shadows, eager to claim their souls. Everyday occurrences, from illness to misfortune, could be attributed to the devil's work. Witches, believed to be individuals who had made a pact with the devil himself, were seen as his instruments of evil in the human world. These beliefs, deeply ingrained in the fabric of their society, created a climate of fear and suspicion where anyone perceived as different, as an outsider, could become an easy target. Salem village in the late 17th century was a community grappling with more than just spiritual anxieties. The harsh realities of life in the New World, coupled with internal divisions, had sown seeds of discontent and distrust among its inhabitants. The shadow of King William's War loomed large, bringing with it the constant threat of Native American raids and the economic uncertainty of a society on edge. Adding fuel to the fire were internal disputes over land ownership, religious leadership, and social standing. Factions formed, grievances festered, and old wounds refused to heal. This volatile mix of social, economic, and political tensions created a tinderbox atmosphere ripe for an explosion. The whispers began in the winter of 1692 in the home of Reverend Samuel Parris, the minister of Salem village. His daughter Abigail and niece Elizabeth, along with a few other young girls, began to exhibit strange behavior, fits, convulsions, and outbursts of incoherent rambling. Doctors, baffled by their symptoms, could find no medical explanation. Desperate for answers, the community turned to the supernatural. Under pressure from the adults around them, the girls began to name their tormentors, those they claimed were afflicting them with their witchcraft. Their fingers pointed first at marginalized members of the community: Tituba, a slave; Sarah Good, a beggar; and Sarah Osborne, an elderly woman with a questionable reputation. And so the witch hunt began. The accusations, once unleashed, spread like wildfire through the community. Fueled by fear, suspicion, and personal vendettas, the circle of the accused widened to encompass individuals from all walks of life. The trials themselves were far from fair or impartial. Spectral evidence based on dreams and visions was admissible in court, giving credence to unsubstantiated claims and fueling the flames of hysteria. Confessions, often coerced under duress or extracted through torture, sealed the fate of the accused. Those who maintained their innocence, like Rebecca Nurse, a respected member of the community, were condemned nonetheless. The court, blinded by fear and religious zealotry, had become an instrument of persecution rather than justice.